So guys, welcome back to the channel. And today I have a stylus pen for you. You can actually find these at Five Below, and the price tag is already printed here, $4. What's the company name? Touchscreen Stylus by Prime Connect. So to be honest with you, a lot of people don't want to spend $100 for an Apple pen. Some people don't want to spend 50 bucks or 100 bucks for alternative pens, one from Microsoft, so they don't mind using the stylus. Now understand that this has limited use on what it can do with the screen. It is not the same as using a real pen, which I will show you in real time, and even this is considered generic. But with that being said, let's get right into this review and not waste any time. I know you guys want to see what this thing can actually do. So I figured there's no real reason to waste any time. It is a stylus. It's not like it needs to be unboxed or anything like that. You just need to know if it actually works. So let me just be perfectly transparent. When I open these up, this one, I believe, let me see which one it is. This one right here, let's see if I can find it. Yep, had some imperfections right here. That scrape. It is what it is, but also it's a possibility that I did use a key and scrape down, so I might have accidentally hit it. So that's another reason why it could possibly has an imperfection, because this one doesn't. You just see the little line right here, and there are no other marks or scrapes on it. But to be honest, it's not a bad stylus. The bottom half doesn't really do anything whatsoever. It's a flat surface, so that's more for aesthetic reasons, just so you can hold it a certain way. And this part right here, which is just the thicker part of the shaft right here, pause, that's actually meant for comfort of holding it. Now, like I said before previously in another video, actually, this does not replace this type of stylus. You have to understand that this type of stylus is made for a Windows type screen, as you can see as me doing things on it, while this one will work on an Android, it'll work on an iPad, it'll work more likely on an Apple product. I don't have an Apple product to test it, but if you look at the photo, it does show that it works on Apple products. This is an older iPad, so be aware of that. But this touch really is universal on any type of phone or device. It just doesn't have any functionality. So if I grab it right here, yeah, it's still doing the same thing. It's not bad. It's not horrible either, but it's nothing special. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is tap some paint. I'm going to open up an application for you guys. And then we're going to test to see if it's actually possible to use this. So like we discussed earlier, this is the pen that I purchased and did a review on not too long ago. When I scrape this right here, you know, it's not bad. It's responsive, but when it comes to hardcore art, if you're a person like me, I draw every strand of hair. I didn't get that level of precision with this particular pen, but this is a $30 pen, so keep that in mind. Put that to the side. And right here, this is just a generic stylus. It has no Bluetooth, it has no battery life for those that are wondering. It's just as is. You use it and you're done. So we're going to go ahead and swipe, and believe it or not, it's actually pretty responsive. This is actually irritating and surprising at the same time. Let me explain why. The reason why it's irritating is I spent money on this one, which I was going to originally buy another drawing pad. I don't know what I did with it. I honestly cannot remember what I did with my art pad, because I had a review coming up for you guys, but it didn't work out. So let me just try something else. So if I hit the shape right here, see if I can hit it. Yeah, it doesn't really respond that way. Let's use airbrush. Let's see if I can tap this first. Does it let me? Yeah, it does. All right. So what I notice is that occasionally, even though this is airbrush, let me use something else so I can actually show you guys a better fit. Let's use natural pencil, right? I'm going to scrape down here. Because it's a stylus, it's not going to be able to pick up precision strokes if you ever tried to use it for artwork. And I know somebody will probably try it, you know, you want to do some artwork and you may think this might be good enough for you. I don't think it is if you're doing precision work. You have to press pretty hard, and even when you go back and forth in circles, you notice that there's breakages in certain parts of the drawing, and that means that the contact it's not registering all the touch. But if you use it for everything else, let's say I hit the X, let me pull that down. If I hit the X over here, see if I could do that. Yep, don't save. Swipe. If I hit files, see if that pops up. Yep, so it definitely pops up. It is responsive. Like for people out there that don't want a expensive stylus, you could use this. You can swipe, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. What I will say is obviously you don't have a right click function, you don't have a left click function. You will have to tap, double tap, hold the does it allow you to do that? Yep. See if it lets me do it. Oh, it looks like it did. Yep, so if you hold the screen, it'll actually pull up the view, basically right click in a sense. So it's not, let me just double check and make sure that's the case. I'm not going to say that it pulled up right click, but it does have long presses, but that's based on the settings of your actual computer, whatever it is that you use. So like I said, if you're using this for Android, you're just swiping up and down on the screen, you're perfectly fine. If you're doing some type of web browsing, you're perfectly fine. If you're signing things, you might have to press a little bit harder because of the pressure sensitivity. But outside of that, it's a cheap stylus, only $4 for 2 of them, which is reasonably priced in my opinion. Some people are going to like the colors. Unfortunately, I did not see this in black or white or any color like that. It was pretty colorful, and I'm guessing it's for people that just want something different. It's probably why the shape looks so feminine. I think this is more so for women, if we're being honest here, or, we live in different times. So whatever your preference is in terms of style. But anyway, that's it. I don't think it's a bad for the price tag of $4. But again, if anybody out there is trying to use that in replacement of a real stylus made for a computer, you'll be sorely mistaken. It can never replace a real computer, and you should definitely get a real stylus over time if you're using a iPad or a Apple Pencil. If you're using, I forget the Microsoft Pen name, or there's alternative brands, but that's going to do you so much more justice if you're using it for everyday computer work. But anyway, that's about it. So like and subscribe like always, guys, and I will see y'all in the next video.